Power, money, fame, followers, mafia, police, sport, girls. Who is even this guy? Meet Andrew Tate.
If my chick said, I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand, all right, give me 8. All right, cool. All right.
What woman is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman, you're doing OnlyFans, you're selling my product.
That's the world we live in now. Females are entitled and lazy.
Another thing I learned is that women are only loyal to the they're sucking.
When you put your headphones in and you're walking down the street listening to your music, you are a target.
My problem with that gentleman is not that he was black. My problem with that gentleman is that he pulled a machete and tried to kill someone in broad daylight.
Because I'm a happy, contented individual. And all the people who sit there and tell me, you shouldn't be so arrogant, they're the people who are unhappy. And most people live their lives as worms. Most of you are worms. You don't do anything important. You're just living in your life, living your little dirt, just sitting there wriggling, hoping an eagle doesn't come along to you up.
Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children.
It looks like he appeared out of nowhere, but he was there collecting knowledge and waiting for his moment to explode. And he did it. In July 2022, he became a viral hit, the most searched man on the internet. Even before him, there were other alpha males who explained how to get out of the matrix, become famous, make money, rule people, get girls, live life, and simply dominate the world. But unlike many of them, Andrew Tate is a real 4-time kickboxing world champion. He is a real millionaire, and he really does all the crazy things he talks about. This is a deep analysis of his life, opinions, and view of the world, how he became so famous and why. What is the secret of his success? Andrew is born on December 1st, 1986 in Washington, D.C. He grew up in United States but later moved to England. His father, Andrew Tate, was a staff sergeant in the US Air Force, a martial artist and also a very good chess player. He was an American Chess International Master, meaning that he was in the top 2000 active chess players in the world. He was also fluent in English, Spanish, German and Russian language, but all this could not bring him money. Emery was poor and had to work very hard to feed his family. He believed that life is like a game of chess, and that is what he taught his children. Andrew was raised in the Christian faith and learned to play chess very early. Some people believe that Andrew won the Indian State Championship, while others think that's a lie. I couldn't either confirm or deny this. His father was also teaching him self-defense, and at the age of 4 he took second place in the county wrestling championship for kindergarteners. Soon after that, his parents got divorced and Andrew, along with his mother and brother, moved to England. They were poor, so Andrew has to find a job. He also left chess back in America and found a new passion in kickboxing and MMA, as it has a similar philosophy. You're one-on-one with your opponent and can't blame anyone for your mistakes. Chess is a game of the mind, while fighting is a game of the mind and strength combined. He had a 2-1 amateur record and a 2-1 professional record in MMA Ultimate Warrior Challenge in the UK. His biggest win was knocking out the Shane Kavanagh. Because the kickboxing was making him more money, he decided to focus more on it and had much more success. He lost his first 2 fights, but then won 6 in a row. This earned him 2 cruiserweight titles and gave him the opportunity to fight Jean-Luc Benoit, whom he lost in 2011. After that, he demanded a rematch and won by knocking out the opponent, earning him ISKA World Full Contact Light Heavyweight title.
This is a world title, and this means that I am the best kickboxer in the world. Now, because I'm so cool, I actually have 2 world titles at 2 different weights. So while you're best in the world at nothing, you're not even the best in your town at anything, I'm the best in the world twice.
He also won ISKA World Full Contact Light Cruiserweight title in 2013 and Infusion Live World Light Heavyweight title in 2015. Although he had many more fights and was earning around $75,000, it wasn't enough for him. He wanted more.
The most valuable thing on the planet today is human capital. Even the people at the very, very top echelons of life, all they care about is controlling people.
His fighting career made him famous, but it didn't make him rich. He thought, what's the point of fame if I don't have a Lambo? On the other hand, titles caught the girls' attention because they thought he had money. One by one, and soon he was in a relationship with 5 of them at the same time.
I have nothing to talk to women about besides either sleeping with them or... Yeah, that's it.
Men are trying to get laid, so they pretend to be friends with the girl, hoping that one day she'll get drunk enough and let them f her.
He wanted to make more money so badly, and he decided to learn how. He and his brother read anything about money, banks, business, inflation, and much more. One day, while browsing the web, he saw an ad about a webcam girl chat, and like a storm, he got an idea. The only asset he had was his 5 girlfriends, so he called them to meet in London. One of them left immediately, and the rest stayed to hear the proposal. His idea was for girls to chat with men who would pay for their time. It didn't need to involve anything more than talk. After hearing the proposal, 2 girls left, and 2 decided to stay. The girls sat in front of the camera and pretended to enjoy talking and flirting with guys. After a while, Andrew realized that women were not smart enough to extort more money, so he decided to intervene himself. He gave the girls unplugged keyboards so they could pretend to chat while he and his brother actually texting the men.
I had like 4 or 5 girls who were full-time professional typers. They were ugly, but they were smart. And then I had the pretty girls on the cameras.
Soon they were making around $3,000 a day, so they decided to scale the business and were looking for a new woman to hire. The women should be beautiful, but without ambition or knowledge to build a website and recreate his business idea. At one point he had almost 80 girls working for him, but he also says that it was a big mistake.
But that was a mistake, because when you have a bunch of girls working for you like that, the only way you can motivate them is with money. When I started, the girls worked for me because they loved me, right? That's the old school pimp game, isn't it?
While the first 2 girls wanted only a 20% cut, the other wanted a 50%. Because of that, he decided to downsize to just 8 girls. 4 were his girlfriends and 4 were his brothers.
So the girls who loved me and worked for me, my main girlfriends, they'd get probably around 20% of their money. So they basically worked for free. They worked for my love and attention. The other girls was the other way around.
Because of this, some people consider him a pimp, but in his defense, Andrew says that they were in the middle of London and the girls could leave whenever they wanted.
People have this idea that, oh, you're a pimp, you just get these girls and you say, work, and they're scared of you and they just work. It's bullshit. I was doing this in London. A girl could have walked out the door any day, called the police on me any day, and they didn't. They wanted to be with me because they genuinely understood that their life was better if they obeyed me.
The video chat business is nothing new, but the idea of offering companionship, compassion and emotions instead of nudity was very new at the time. It was a business dream that brought the brothers $600,000 a month for a certain period.
A cam girl is much more a therapist than she is a porn star. It's just pixels on a screen, bro.
While doing the cam business, brothers saw a huge opportunity to earn more money. Some people will not spend real money on girls because it leaves trace and the money can be tracked back to them, which can be bad for their reputation. So instead, they use untraceable cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. The brothers took a crypto just because there was a demand for it, and accidentally made a huge profit because the coins only became more valuable over time.
I was in a world where the people I was dealing with took crypto. It was easier for me to take their crypto than to take big bank payments.
At the beginning of his kickboxing career, Andrew was also involved in the sale of TV commercials. This taught him how to combine hard work and good marketing for a successful business. In 2010, there was a new reality show in Britain called Ultimate Traveller, in which 6 regular people competed for a £10,000 prize by trekking through an unknown country. Andrew was one of the contestants in the first season, but he had to give up in the 4th episode because some bacteria got in his eyes and he lost his sight. Even in this old TV show, you can see how well he thinks and makes a strategy. If he had stayed until the end, he might have won. In the 2011, his brother Tristan was also on a show called Shipwrecked, which was about a group of people competing on an island. The brothers were young and in good shape, But Andrew was a bit more controversial, which is why he was given the opportunity to participate in the 17th season of British Big Brother in 2016. The show was low production cost drama with lots of arguing, fighting, toxicity and relationships. The rule of the show was that one person was disqualified each week until the last one won the money. Unfortunately, Andrew was thrown out of the show after just 6 days. He says that the reason was the producers were afraid that there might be a physical confrontation in which he will destroy the opponent. On the other hand, the producers said that it was because of a video that appeared on the internet of Andrew beating a girl with a belt.
Say mean it. You understand me? Say it then. Say I understand.
Tate said that it was part of an act and it was consensual. They cut out all the sound and the end of the video where we're both laughing, and also provided a video of the same girl in which she asked for more beating.
Are you gonna do it like a man this time? Andrew is my still great friend. What you guys saw in the video, it's just what we used to do. It was just pure game. He's a great guy. He would never hurt anyone.
During all this time, since 2014 and maybe even before, Tate had a social media presence. He had a Twitter account where he was posting tweets about masculinity and dating. It gained a good following around that niche, but nothing special. At the time, he was still learning how to make a good viral post and stir up a fight in the comments. He wanted to grow his following, and what better place to do that than YouTube, one of the biggest sites on the web. The main advantage over Twitter was that he could express himself in a longer and better way. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000 tweets. He began posting videos showing his luxurious lifestyle, cars, women, exotic destinations and expensive stuff, but also short videos expressing his views of the world and opinions on any random topic. Some examples are Tate on women, Tate on cheaters, Tate on gun control, Tate on alcohol, and even how Trump caught corona. Whatever the topic, he was direct, aggressive and controversial. He also made a ton of videos about success and making money tips. In my opinion, he was trying to get more followers with popular topics and also present himself as a successful man who knows how money works. Little by little he got involved in more scary and sensitive topics as they generated more views. This method proved to be correct, as his channel grew from 32,000 subscribers in February 2021 to 350,000 in June 2022. Tate was living with his girlfriends in England and the cam business was better than ever. His 10-bedroom house was enough big for them all, and Tate provided plenty of food and drinks so the girls could lose and relax for the job. One day one of the girls got really drunk and threw up on the floor. Tate told her to clean it, but she refused. They had a verbal argument and he didn't want her to undermine his authority in front of other girls. So he decided to fire her and kick her out of the house.
So the girls used to drink, and this one girl drank too much wine. She threw up everywhere. I told her to clean up. She started giving me some attitude. So I took all her shit and threw out the window.
She didn't expect that, considering that she was earning much more than the other girls. After that, she was asking for $1,000 that he owed her, but he refused. So she went to the police and said that he hit her. 3 months later, police raided the house, took all their equipment and interviewed other girls. They all said that Tate didn't hit the girl and that they were all there on their own free will. Later during the process, the girl admitted that he didn't do it, but he still had one problem left. The police raid prompted many other questions about his business, and he had to pay $450,000 in legal fees to close that case and avoid any other charges. The legal battle lasted 2 years. Disappointed in British legal system, he decided to move to Romania.
If they made a law in the UK I was unhappy with, I'd just leave. And if they made a law in Romania where I live I'm unhappy with, I would just leave.
Romania is an Eastern Balkan country that is still very traditional in some ways. There is no modern feminism. Women still have their traditional roles, crime is organized, and there is a lot of corruption. Ted says that in Romania, a woman needs physical evidence that she has been assaulted or hurt in order for the police to react.
Well, in Romania, if she doesn't have proof of physical, if she doesn't have physical evidence, then there's no progression. If she can't say here's a red mark or here's where he hurt me, there's no case. This word on word. And I said, that makes a lot more sense.
He also stated that Romania is a highly corrupt country, but not as the USA, and that every country in the world is corrupt to some degree.
So Romania is absolutely corrupt, but it's a corruption that everyone can participate in. I would much rather live in a country that's corrupt, where I get stopped for speeding and I give them a little bit of money, than a country that's corrupt like America, which says it isn't corrupt, and you have to be a billionaire and have a private jet and go to islands to get away with it, you know? Like, if you're going to be corrupt, which every nation on earth is, then let everyone play the game. And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor.
He claims that America is corrupt in a way that only extremely rich people can afford to participate in, while in Romania everyone is corrupt and can participate. In Romania, he started new businesses, such as producing tobacco and purchasing 10% of RXF, the Romanian version of UFC, where he or his brother sometimes do the English commentary. While he owned the 10% of RXF, he noted that one of the biggest sponsors was a casino brand owned by three brothers who have over 400 casinos across Eastern Europe. He wanted to join them, but they refused him because he didn't provide any value to them. After some time, he got an idea which he presented to them. He wanted to open a casino beside their biggest competitor, all at his own expense.
I came up to him and said, look, I want to do a franchise with you. They said, we're not interested in franchises. We have enough money. We just open them ourselves. We turn over 10 million euros a day. Eventually, I came up with a plan. And I said, look, how about this? I'll open up your locations directly next to your biggest competitor. So I'll go to war for you next to the competitor. Worst case, the location doesn't pay any money, but at least it takes money from your competitor. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, so even if it doesn't make profit, you make money. I'll take all the financial risk.
They were shocked by this idea. He was attacking their competitor for them. They agreed and he was in. One day he noticed that there was a Starbucks near his new casino and that there were a lot of people waiting for coffee. As the Starbucks coffee was expensive, Andrew got an idea to offer free coffee in his casino. This attracted a lot of people and the casino started making a lot of money. The first casino was so successful that he ended up opening 11 more. The profit was so great that he easily bought a Bugatti Chiron. Soon after, the coronavirus hit the world and Romania went into lockdown. The casino business was hit hard and Andrew was forced to find a new source of income. In February 2019, Tate made his website cobratate.com. This was one more idea on how to make money. Site visitors could choose one of the courses prepared by Andrew and of course pay for it. Some of the courses were striking techniques, network brilliance, iron mind, body language, master chess, fitness training, Tate program, war room and make millions with internet pimping. Interestingly, the last course had the highest price of $750. This program allows you to turn beautiful women into cold hard cash. You will learn how to convince girls to work for you, start a vape company and handle money. He probably thought that lessons on his most profitable business are more valuable to people, but he was wrong. And the proof of this is the war room price of just $450. Fast forward to next year and we have some new courses. How to be a G, PhD, Forex trading, war room trading and the most famous of all, Hustlers University, with a starting price of $1,000.
Hustlers University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the matrix. Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain.
You can skip university, you can buy my program, and I guarantee you will know everything you need to know. Have you ever seen a college professor with an S63 and a McLaren and a Lambo and an Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche? No, you've never seen any of this.
To make more money, he needed more followers. And to get more followers, he needed to spend more money on advertising. And once again, Andrew Tate had a brilliant idea. He merged all his courses except the war room and rebranded them as Hustlers University 2.0. The new price was $50 a month and then you get to choose between one of the several different ways to make money. Cryptocurrency, freelancing, dropshipping, copywriting, real estate or affiliate marketing. He assigned one professor to each skill and you just need to learn stuff. It's just like an online school class, except that it was happening in Discord servers. The instructors are not nearly entertaining as Tate, and the courses are super surface level. CoffeeZilla words, not mine. But why people wanted to join so badly? What can you learn here that you can't learn elsewhere? The Tate says that we live in the Matrix and that he is Morpheus. He wants to wake you up and help you escape your mental prison. You only need to choose between the blue and the red pill, and it will cost you only $50.
We are living inside of the Matrix, and I am Morpheus. Think that you, as a person, can save the West and be more powerful than all the information, Google, the media, all the external forces, all these people pushing for America's demise? You don't stand a chance. I've literally escaped the Matrix in nearly every form. So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I can't be canceled. No, I can say what I want. My finances are secure. I've escaped the Matrix.
Tate just found this audience that was pushed aside and that nobody cared about. He wanted to be their savior, and they wanted to be saved. Andrew Tate was promising the big money and luxurious life, but once you're in, the game changes. They have this time cash quadrant, and there we can see that to be cash rich, you just need more than $5,000 a month. Apples to apples, you have been sold a lifestyle with Bugattis, expensive houses and lots of money. And what did you get? A few hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars a month at best. Based on these screenshots from Hustlers University. Don't get me wrong, I didn't say that you can't learn anything there. It's just that you can learn it all for free somewhere else. I recently watched a video from a teenage boy who was bragging about how he wrote a whole page on the affiliate marketing for his Hustlers University homework, and that he had never written so much text in one day, not even in school. Hear me out, one page for the whole day. Should this be considered the success of the Hustlers University, as it managed to motivate this boy, in which even the school failed? Once you enroll in the university, they want you to stay, so they try many different methods to persuade you. Tate literally says that if you leave, you are going straight back to the Matrix and there is no other place that can help you. The university also has a jail. When you miss the subscription, they restrict your access to all courses and start bombarding you with screenshots of people making a lot of money.
And you'll see we have people in jail. So people who don't renew, we don't kick you out. We put you in the jail and you sit there in your cell and you have no access to the money-making information. And we just flood you with all the endless wins. Every time someone wins, we show you.
Back to affiliate marketing. For those who don't know, it basically means that you advertise something and if you sell it, you get a small percentage of the money. And what did the students affiliate first? The Hustlers University. For every new user that you bring, you will get a $25. For his students, that was a dream job. They were happy and some even making over $30,000 a month. It was a good business strategy because the students earned money, which served as a proof that the course is good, but the university was also getting new members. It was an endless cycle. The next phase in Andrew Tate's plan was to scale the business and get more people to join courses. And how do you do that? By getting more views on social media. He couldn't do it alone, so he decided to get others to work for him. First, he started going on many different podcasts to promote his courses. The primary candidates were monosphere-oriented, which is the complete opposite of feminism. The term represents the group of people, websites and blogs promoting masculinity and misogyny. These are people that believe that men need to reclaim their traditional roles, should prioritize their own self-improvement and have their rights denied in modern societies. Andrew was on Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, Patrick Bet-David Podcast, Standout TV, Fresh and Fit and many more. He understood that saying something extreme or very controversial will get him more views and possibly make him viral, so he stuck with that. His tactic was to get 60% of people to agree and 40% to disagree with his statements. One more interesting thing was that he always says something very crazy followed with something that everybody agrees on. Some people liked him for his alpha male attitude, while others hated him for his misogynistic statements. Regardless of whether you like him or not, it's impossible to remain indifferent when you hear him speak. He is so entertaining.
If you have a heart attack, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you, I hate everyone equally. Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man and woman. I hate you anyway.
You can't even tell if he's acting or if he really believes what he's saying. Now comes the fun part. Remember his affiliate course in the Hustlers University? Well, he also told his students to clip as many videos of him as they could, and he also made it stupid proof. As a student in affiliate marketing, you get access to Google Drive containing links to all podcasts with Tate, and even the timestamps of him saying something controversial that you can cut out. Just take something out of context and make it viral on the web. If you don't know how to edit a video or write captions, they even prepare tutorials for that too. One of the many, but maybe the most important thing that made him so viral is a TikTok algorithm. The traditional social media such as Twitter or Facebook works in a way that the more followers you have, the more exposure you get. So new accounts have to spend a lot of time building up a large audience. On the other hand, TikTok was a new platform that wanted to encourage new users to make more videos. When you create a new TikTok account and post that first video, there is a good chance it could go viral. By doing so, TikTok enticed its users to continue making videos in the hopes of reaching that viral numbers again. Andrew saw this, and the only thing he had to do was direct his followers. Create a new TikTok account, post as many clips of Andrew Tate as you can, put a link of Hustlers University in description, and earn money whenever someone joins the club. By Tate's calculation, the average first month earning of a person is $250, and by third month it averaged $600. While this may be a low earning for Western standards, it's a wildest dream for people in undeveloped countries.
Person makes in their first month is only $300. It costs you $50 to join. After 3 months, the average amount of money created by each individual is over $1,800.
Post by post, and Andrew Tate became a viral sensation. He was everywhere and everybody talked about him. He got on more podcasts and said more inflammatory stuff. Basically, he was snowballing. In June 2022, Hustlers University had 55,000 students. In July, 80,000, and in August it hit 160,000 students, resulting in monthly earnings of $8.1 million. Although Andrew himself didn't have a TikTok account, videos with his name had been viewed more than 15 billion times. He became too big for himself, and very soon his YouTube account was deleted, his Twitter was deleted, his Facebook was deleted, and so on. Was this intentional or just a coincidence? Did Tate bother someone? He was able to do something that was previously only possible for large corporations with significant financial resources. In order to sell a product or influence public opinion, it is necessary to persuade the masses. A few years back, this would require spending millions on advertising campaigns and media outreach, but today an average person with a phone can reach millions of people and shape their opinion. We already mentioned the War Room. The War Room is a global network in which exemplars of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration. At beginning, the price to join the War Room was just $450. It quickly rose in price, and in January 2023 it was $5,450. The description from 2019 said that War Room is an exclusive members-only club with 11 verified millionaires and many new on the path to financial freedom. At the bottom of the page it said, the membership includes invites to the twice-yearly War Room events, which will be held in luxury accommodations across the world. Comparing that to the 2023 description, the War Room is a global organization with members, bases, and influence in over 70 countries. Our network contains a varied expertise which allows us to exert influence globally. There is also text about meeting in person. As well as our official functions, there are permanent meetups between war room members occurring on a daily basis. As you generate money online via the war room programs, your membership will afford you the privilege to attend any event anywhere. As far as I understand this part, it means that if you grow your rank, you will get the privilege to attend an event. So basically, the war room is an online chat group split into several rooms based on different topics where people discuss actual world events and business opportunities, but also have an opportunity to meet some big sharks in person. Now, someone could say that spending time with successful people doesn't make you successful, but there is one very good sentence on this web page that I strongly agree with. If you were in a group of 100 ice cream experts and all you guys spoke about was making ice cream, you'd learn a lot about how to make ice cream. In April 11, 2022, the police raided Andrew Tate's mansion following a tip about an American woman being held against her will on the property. The Tate brothers were arrested and the house was searched, but the police found nothing and they were released. However, this sparked an investigation on human trafficking and rape. The brothers defend themselves by claiming that the girl's boyfriend got jealous and that he can't believe that she is with them on her own free will. Later that year, on December 29, the police raided 5 homes including the Tate's mansion again. The Tate brothers were arrested again, and according to reports, they are suspected of forming an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing and exploiting women by forcing them to produce adult content. The police have also identified 6 girls that are potential victims, but there is also a video from a girl who says that he is innocent and that everything is a lie.
I had lived with Andrew for years and years. He would never rape anybody, and he would certainly never ever human traffic anyone either.
Some people think that he is guilty and should be thrown in jail, either because of this or because of his speeches about women. On the other side, there are many people who believe that he is innocent and that someone wants to remove him just because he's telling the truth about the world and the hidden rulers. What's your opinion? If you enjoyed, leave a like and I will see you next time.
Mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color's your bag?